Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Azhar and my faculty number is 20 SPV010. My enrollment number is GM3707. So my topic is about Unit 1, environment and its multi-dimensional nature. So what is environment? So we have already know since our childhood that everything that surrounds us is environment, and it can also be defined as the some total wait some total of all the living living and non-living elements that influence our life, that influence human life. Non-living elements and non-living elements include sand, water, and you can say soil. And living elements includes human, especially the element, forest, and the plants. So wait, let me write here. Uh, wait, non-living elements, non-living elements, water, land, rock. Living elements include animals, plants, forests. I am slow at writing, so pardon me. So, and after that, the second topic is the scope of environment. So it mainly consists of four segments. So scope of environment. It consists of four segments. First, atmosphere. Second, hydrosphere. Third one is lithosphere. And the fourth one is what was that? Biosphere. Yeah, biosphere. I forgot everything. So what is atmosphere? So atmosphere can be defined as the protective layer of gases that blankets the earth, that blankets our earth. Gases like oxygen, nitrogen, argon, carbon dioxide, and trace gases that blankets the earth, and it protects earth. And it also called we can also call it protective blanket. Yes, so protective blanket of gases like oxygen, nitrogen, argon, CO2, trace gases, trace gases. So it is atmosphere, and every planet has its own atmosphere. We already know that. And what is the working of atmosphere? So it sustains life on the earth. It protects us from ultraviolet rays, which is above which is below 300 nanometer, and it absorbs most of the cosmic rays. And second one is lithosphere. No, first we will discuss hydrosphere. So what is hydrosphere? So it comprises all types of water resources like oceans, sea seas, lakes, and rivers, glaciers, yes, and groundwater also. Water also almost approx 97% of the earth water is in the salt and ocean. 97% of earth's water is in the ocean. 2% of earth water is in the glacier and polar ice caps in the polar ice caps. Only 1% of the water is available as fresh water in river form, lake form, groundwater, etc. So now third one is lithosphere. So lithosphere can be described as the outer solid cell of the earth. Outer solid cell of the earth. Solid cell of the earth. It consists minerals occurring in the earth crust. Earth's crust and soil. Example like granite, mountain. And the fourth one is biosphere. So the biosphere is made up of the parts of earth where life exists. Parts of earth where life exists, like soil, water, etc. So these are the points we have already learned environment, uh, scope of environment, and the four segments of the environment: atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere, biosphere. Now we will study about the importance of environmental studies. So, wait. Importance of importance of environmental studies. We will write it in short. We need to learn about the importance of environmental studies because to first to educate people about our environmental problems, to educate people. Second, to second for environmental protection. Environment. And for to provide basic information about environmental issues. To provide basic information about environmental issues. Mental issues. These are the reason of importance of environmental studies, and there are also various regions uh, the aware of energy needs, global climate change, yeah, and toxism is global climate change. It is the most dangerous issue. Change. Now we will study about types of resources. Types of resources. So it mainly consists of two types: resources. Sources. Renewable and non-renewable. First renewable, second non-renewable. Renewable. So what is renewable resource? So renewable resources cannot be exhausted. Cannot be exhaust. Like sun, uh, and wind, wind, and tidal energy. And what is non-renewable resource? So these are, yeah, those type of resources that cannot be easily and immediately replaced. Cannot be immediately replaced. Immediately replaced. And we are using most of the non-renewable resources now. It cannot be immediately replaced, like petroleum products, coal, natural gases, natural gases. So what are the other differences between them? So there are some major differences between them. Like this renewable resources, it does not have much environmental impact, not environmental impact, because of less carbon emission and low carbon footprint. It has severe environmental impact. Impact. These are costlier. These are costlier. Mm, and these are efficient, not so costly, and easily available in the most of the country, because the infrastructure is also available in the developing countries as well. It requires large land, requires a small area, small area. So these were the basic differences. So now we will talk about the types of resources. Other types of resources. So the first one is forest resource. So what is forest resource? So all the resources which comes from forest are called forest resource. Like natural vegetations, fruits, like natural vegetations, fruits, trees, trees, etc. And why it is important? It is important because it helps in our commercial values, it helps in our ecological significance, and it also helps in the life and economy of tribal peoples. So basically we will talk about the problem facing in forest resource. Problem facing. So the first one is over exploitation. Over exploitation of forest is a main or big issue because of the rising population. The forests are being over exploited. Forest, wait, I'm not able to see because mobile phone is in front of me. The second one is deforestation. Uh, Speed increase in population plays also great role here, and because of the deforestation, desertification of land areas is also being there. Desertification, climate change, loss of biodiversity, loss of biodiversity, like flora and fauna, diversity, diversity, like flora and fauna, fauna. Now we have only 6 minutes left, so we will do it fast. Second one is water resource. Water resource. So we all know that 3% of water is only fresh water. Fresh water. And its sources are surface water. Wait. Sources, surface water, water, groundwater, ground water, water in ice forms. So these are the forms, and what are the uses? So uses include, we all know that water is life. In agriculture, in our daily use, in industries, etc. We don't have time much. So what are the problem and challenges and the threats we are facing because of water? So challenges and threats are water scarcity, water scarcity, water pollution, uh, and then water and conflict. Countries are fighting because of water, and communities also, but countries are fighting for it. So now we will talk about energy resource. So what is energy resource? So all the fuel that we use for heating or for generating electricity comes in energy resource. So fuels, it can be defined as can be defined as conventional conventional and non-conventional. Conventional include coal, petroleum. These are non-renewable, you can say that mostly. And non-conventional include the solar energy, wind energy, etc. So now, conservation of energy. Conservation. So why conservation of energy is important? Conservation of energy is important because we have only limited amount of energy, as we are using now the non-renewable energy form. So what can we do for it? So we can use public transport instead of private transport. Use of public transport. Second, we can use energy efficient light, energy efficient devices. See, efficient devices. We can use non-conventional. It is costly, but if we will try hard, then we can do it. After that, mm, mineral resources. So, in so the elements what we get from the earth's crust for daily use, such as iron, ore, gold, zinc, etc., is type of mineral resource, and it can be divided into mostly three: metallic, metallic, non-metallic, metallic, and energy minerals. energy minerals like coal, petroleum, then metallic like salt, sulfur. Metallic can be divided into two types, ferrous and non-ferrous. Ferrous means which include iron ore. Yes, non-ferrous. No, no, it can be divided in three. The precious ones also non-ferrous. So minerals are also non-renewable resource, and we have only limited amount of minerals, so we should also have to conserve minerals because it takes thousands of years to form and concentrate minerals, and the continued extractions of ores will lead to will lead us to the complete extent of mineral resources. So now move on the food resources. Food resources. So we already know the importance of food. Why we need food. Food is an important source for energy for men. It is the only we can say in our daily life. It is only source for energy for our daily life, for physical and mental development, for protection and regulations of body needs. So we will talk about the sources of food. So the first one is through cultivation uh, through agriculture agriculture. Second one is domestication of animals. Domestications of animals, and fishing is also. So now we will move on to the challenges and threat. So what challenge and threat we are facing now? So because of the rising population of the world, we are facing food shortage. World food shortage. Shortage. Second, overgrazing. Overgrazing is also a big threat because of the overgrazing. The soil are becoming eroded, and there are various problems growing because of the soil overgrazing of by cattles, and and use of fertilizers and pesticides is also for the bad effect of soil pesticides. So now the last one is land resources. 6. Land resources. So land resources are all the types of resources that is found in land, like the soil which works as a natural fertilizers for our crops, which helps our crops to grow in soil. And we can also say the underground water and the minerals. These are the types of natural land resource. So what are the importance of land resource? So importance of land resource importance to meet to meet the needs of food, the need for our food, for fuel, fodder of animals for industrial raw materials also. Industrial raw materials also. Raw materials. So, what are the challenges in land resources? So, there are various challenges, and the first one we talk about is land degradation. Because of the increasing population and over exploitation of the land are degrading day by day. Degradation, degradation. The second one is soil erosion. Soil erosions. It is estimated that 30% of the eroded soil flow to the sea. 30% sea, and it becomes useless. Third one is desertification because of the devegetation, depletion of groundwater. It becomes desert type desertification. Desertification. Fourth one is man-induced landslides. Like we constructs railways, highways, canals, high dams, and it results in man-induced landslides. So this was the topic of mine. So please forgive me for taking much time. It is complete now. Allah Hafiz.